drummer. In this week's Torah portion occurs the famous splitting of the sea. After the miracle of the sea splitting, we sang a joyous song to God, praising him. The verses of this song take up a large part of this week's Torah portion. Oh, why does it gotta take up so much space? Now I can't play the next level of Angry Cows. One particular verse goes like this. This is my God, and I will glorify him. The God of my father, and I will exalt him. This verse teaches an extremely profound lesson. Like every single verse in Torah does. First, we refer to God as my God. Then we refer to him as the God of my father. Because it is extremely crucial that we don't only have a relationship with God based on tradition, based on what my father taught me. Our relationship with God is personal. This is my God. Oh my God, he's mine too. My God. Not just based on what our parents taught us. Do I tell my parents I don't want to listen to them? Personal? Mine? What do I do now? We make it personal by delving deeply and intellectually into godly concepts. Intellectually? By learning about God and your relationship with him. So now I gotta go learn a bunch of stuff. By delving deeply into ourselves and finding that piece of God within us. Learning to express it and actually expressing it. But yet, the verse then goes on to say, the God of my father. Because it is also crucial that our relationship with God, a very personal one, be backed by the fact that he is the God of my father. Papa! Our relationship with God is backed by tradition. Because as deeply as we can delve intellectually to understand God and our relationship with him, our intellect is limited. And having a backing that he is the God of my father ensures that we can't be misguided when our intellect suddenly doesn't understand anymore. It's called intellectual malfunction. I know what that's like. It happens to me all the time. Especially when I try to understand God. When our intellect can't comprehend why doing this mitzvah is the right thing. My sister taught me a new word this week. Doppelganger. It sounds like the name of an extremely dangerous rabid dog. But apparently that's the word for someone who looks exactly like you. My friend was looking through the newly released photos of the Rebbe, and he saw this one picture which he right away sent to me. And take a look, you'll probably see why. It's kind of blurry, or I should say very blurry, but this person really looks like me. It's kind of scary. I posted the picture in my WhatsApp status without saying anything, and people just right away were saying, wow, that looks exactly like you. It's pretty nuts. If anybody knows who that guy is, I actually want to know. I'm quite interested. Okay, as much as I like talking about myself, the reason I showed that to you was because I want to talk about the Rebbe. So this is going to be about 1 extra minute added on to the average time of the late PARSHA show on a usual week in honor of Shvat, the 10th of the Hebrew month of Shvat, which is today, the day on which the Rebbe officially accepted the mantle of leadership. Get a load of this. Right after we cross through the sea on dry land, after we see the crazy miracle that God just did for us and the punishment that he brought upon the Egyptians, right before we started singing that song, praising God for the miracles, there's a verse that says like this, and they, meaning the Jews, believed in Hashem and in Moses, his servant. Whoa, doesn't that sound kind of extreme? The Torah is equating our belief in God with our belief in Moses. Yes, the Holy Zohar writes.
The Holy Zohar is a book, and the book itself doesn't write. I was very tired when I filmed that. I meant to say it's written in the Holy Zohar.
That there is an extension of Moses in every generation. Meaning, in every generation, there is one individual leader of the Bnei Yisrael, of all Jews, who, like Moses, is our conduit for blessing and instruction from God. And this isn't, God forbid, heresy, denying the fundamental fact that every single Jew is one with God, needing no middleman or any external influence to connect him or her with God. Because Moses is not an external influence or middleman. Moses is completely transparent to the point that God speaks through him. We are one with God, and God is one with the Moses of our generation, the Rebbe. It is as important as it is to believe in God, creator of heaven and earth, to trust in him, that you have that same sort of belief and trust in the Moses of our generation. And the Moses of our generation has said countless times that the Moshiach is ready to come. We just have to start living a Moshiach lifestyle with that attitude already, with increased joy and love for your fellow. Moshiach now.